Hello, YouTube. Hi. I don't know why probably because my background is so messy. It's struggling to focus. Oh no, that's okay. If you've missed any of my Twitch streams or live updates, this is absolute chaos. Because half of this room is going to be turning into baby space for our baby who will be here in January. So, hence the chaos right now. But I'm working on it. Don't worry. It's fine. Everything's going to be great. I've got plenty of time to get my life sorted out. Um, so, in the meantime, let's catch up on where we've been on the manga. I'm just going to kind of jump right in for fun today. We're jumping in at chapter 327. We last left off with Ochako kind of rallying the troops back at UA, convincing the civilians to let Deku back in. After they finally convinced Deku that he needs to come home. Hey Kim, what's up? So it's definitely been a lot. I cried a lot the last stream. If anyone missed it, I did a lot of crying. I was very emotional. So I'm hoping that today is not going to be a crying day. That now we get like the fluff and the bath and the UA bonding and just all sorts of cute things. So let's do it. Let's get to it because I could use some joy. So we're going to kick off on chapter 327, which is, yes, it is a bath chapter. Thank goodness. Set the temperature to a toasty 42 degrees Celsius. Heat that bath. Strip him down. Lather, rinse, repeat. Oh my gosh, this is the most intense bath in the world. And dunk. His shocked little face. Most things in the world can be solved by a good bath. Denki was so determined for this. You trying to fill the tub with dirt? Scrub his skin raw with a wire brush, industrial strength cleanser first. Gotta mind the instructions and the suggested amount, though. Oh my gosh, they're so determined. Poor Deku. Even after the grand apology, alas, nothing has changed. Try to be a better man. Be better. Rah! Bakugo just messing around. I'm still aiming for number 1. Haven't given up on that, which still makes all of you my rivals. Okay, well, we know that about you. Oh, yeah, Denki said you will be clean. You're not coming back in the building like this. Including you, Deku, Izuku. He called him Izuku. Who's been waiting years and years and years for that? We have. And Deku's just like along for this ride. You're just like, too challenging? Deku is fine, Kachan. I don't know the meaning of challenging. Still, that desire to improve is a good thing, right? Let's use this chance to beat Bakugo at his own game. Fat chance. Oh, good. This chapter is just called Rest. So deserved. Where's Uraraka? Already snoozing. Her and the few others crashed as soon as that sense of relief hit. Oh, right. I'm so grateful to all of you, and I'm really sorry for the trouble. Oh, Deku. Yeah, that stuff about one for all. We got your message. The shock's kind of worn off since we read that letter from you, but still, I wish you had told Hawks. Oh, so this is like, the reaction that I wanted. Okay. Going from quirkless to a top tier power, that couldn't have been easy. What does it feel like? I wish you had told Hawks to answer his phone. Literally bone breaking, as we know. Thank you, Sero. Midoriya must be exhausted, so let's let him sleep. Why else did we drag him back here? Did you just naturally make an appearance doing that pose? Oh, Todoroki. I'm okay. Don't know if I could even fall asleep just yet. Rate my pose. Expulsion out of 10. Isn't that how we all feel about Mineta, though? Why not? I treated All Might pretty horribly and haven't seen him since. Oh, Deku. I can't sleep until I apologize, but he's not picking up his phone. Ghost All Might at the window. It's horrifying. I am here to say sorry for being of so little help, Midoriya, kid. That's crazy. You've always done so much for me, All Might. You'd think we could get a mighty apology of our own? Mina, speaking the truth, I love her. Since you left us in the dark and just bounced, the battle that will decide it all is close at hand. I'm no longer an active player on the board. I had convinced myself of that. So I'm sorry for any anxiety I may have caused. Oh, I'm just so soft for All Might. I love him. I'll skip the details, but I acquired new intel, and we'll have some answers soon enough. It's nearly time to muster all our forces. These days, my own body limits how much I can contribute, but even so, and then his thoughts are, I'll crawl through the mud if that's what it takes to join this fight with them, to follow these kids wherever that inner flame leads them, to see them along that journey. I don't want All Might to die. I kind of wanted the angst of that before, but the further we get into it, the more I do not want All Might to die. I'm going to be a wreck. And Deku says, All Might, the Tonkatsu Bento boxes you gave me, those Tonkatsu Bento boxes gave me the strength to go on. I got all messed up because I didn't have you around. So together, okay, we shall protect all we hold dear. Ida, I'll show these kids I can catch up to the heights they've reached. Thank you. On that note, I must depart. What? Where? Why? To join Endeavor's group. I have yet other matters to attend to. Yes, leave Deku with the children and let the pros do something without him. Tell him to at least send an email, of course. You matter something? Angry Yami for Tokiyami? Only racked with concern. So Endeavor and the other heroes aren't joining us here at UA? He'd rather not be around other people if he doesn't have a good reason to. Because of the threat Dabi represents. That was exactly Deku's logic. Someone's going to, I know, Kim, I know it's going to be like a really brutal ending. Like, I have no doubt about that. I really think that Horikoshi has been building up to this. And I just know it's going to be good. And I am ready for it. I honestly feel like this is a really beautiful way for the story to ramp up and end. Like, I'm actually not sad about it ending. I just want to see how it ends. Besides, it's not like the whole affair forced a change of heart in all the evacuees staying here. Oh, his nerves have calmed at least. Oh, Deku's just passed out on the couch. Little baby boy. Given that I'm Dobby's brother and Endeavor's son, I think I'm also still viewed as a concern. That's some heavy family drama, dude. Must be eating you up inside, even though you didn't do anything wrong. In a way, I did. I obsessed with the blood in my veins. I lost sight of my origin. But I've changed, and I'm going to prove it until nobody has to worry about me anymore. So, 1A just taking care of each other. This is so cute. What a man's man, making my tear ducts cry uncle over here. All the evacuees haven't necessarily had a change of heart. Yeah, I guess not. But hey, how about this? Now, I'm not going to say the situation's the same, but what gives? Cut that out. Oh my. Oh, Jiro just pulling in Denki, Momo, and Tokiyami. Jiro squad? What is it, Jiro? Remember that other time some people were less than thrilled about us and our status? If we're trying to reassure people, yanking Bakugo in and bring smiles to their faces, I just might have an idea. It's the band. It's the band group. Like last time at the school festival, let's show them everything we're made of. We pulled it off once, didn't we? That's true. Because it's not only about bringing it all back the way it was. We got to work to make the world a better place than before, and we'll do it together. Going beyond and all. Oh my God, they're all so cute with just a little sleepy Deku in the middle. Just a sleepy little Deku. Okay, now back to the pro heroes. I could just sit there with UA fluff forever, but it's fine. With Garaki in custody, they compared his polygraph-based testimony about Shigaraki's growth rate to the results of the Nomu research over at the Central Hospital. It's tough to predict how long it'll take the upgrades to fully adhere in a living subject, but both Garaki and Central Hospital are saying he needs at least 2 full months of rest before he achieves completion. That info also squares with testimony from the assassins Deku captured. Just our little kid Deku and all the assassins that he captured. All for One's trying to get his grubby mitts on One for All before Shigaraki's body is perfected. Whatever he's scheming, if we're looking at a date 2 full months after the attack on Tartarus, that gives us 1 more month of wiggle room to make our move and take the fight to All for One and Shigaraki. I know, Horikoshi was like, okay, y'all are needing this. Here's your little bit of fluff. Here's your 1A update. And now back to the plot. That's what we thought. All Might was given some intel by that mad zealot of his, Stain. Zealot? Security records from Tartarus, to be exact. Oh, he hid it in his blade. That's pretty cool, actually. That's some Death Note level stuff right there. Along with what's basically a deranged love letter to All Might, Stain wasn't planning to hand over the intel to anyone but the man himself. Only a true hero may act as the recipient of this information. Oh my gosh, the deranged love letter to All Might. Who would have thought that the hero killer would end up being a hero ally? Because he's only an ally to true heroes, to the ones who deserve it, according to him, because he's a psychopath. All right, we're just going to keep powering through. Chapter 328, No Man is an Island. Because they're all working together again, and I'm so proud of them. About 1 month ago, Counterquark maximum security special prison Tartarus. Bah-ha-ha-ha. Women, give me some women. Oh, don't like that. Never thought I'd see the day when I could start collecting females again. Oh, that's good. Oh, Stain just slit his throat. What's going on here? I always said Stain was like my favorite villain. I've always said that. I haven't heard a word of news about anything beyond these walls since my arrest in Hosu City. But if Tartarus has fallen, the world beyond must be in dire straits. Oh, excuse me. Information is essential. Nothing left here. The others met their grisly ends gripping firearms. This one clutches something else like a babe in his arms. Why grab this and not a weapon? The ragged breathing of a man doomed to die. I require information. Oh, and then the dying guard says, Shizome Akaguro, you worked with Shigura. This is not for you. And Sting goes, so it's something that matters then. Hey, Stella! What's up, love? So he takes it from the guard. Stored data. You, killer, drop it. That must reach the right people. Give it back, not for you. Must do my duty. And Stain says this era has gone awry. Rest assured your conviction will reach the right man. Agakuro, are you a man or a beast? I'm merely an ally to the world as it should be, but a beast all the same as the building collapses around them. Dun, dun, dun. God, I love Stain. So dramatic. That nameless man guarded this data to his dying breath. As for its true value, I cannot say. So I will deliver it to the only one who has earned my trust. To his final moments, that guard held a dying ember of resolve. To act for society's sake, you must pick up where he left off. Oh, your friend is left. Well, I'm glad to have you here. My dear, my love, my sweet, my friend. Because everything began with you, and it's All Might. All Might delivered the intel to Tsukauchi's people, and later rejoined them after... Why didn't I put my glasses on? Oh, here they are. I'm like, I can read. What? Sorry, glasses break. For glasses pause, a break to put on glasses? You know what I'm saying. Boop. Okay. Now I can see. Glad to hear you patched things up with Midoriya. Good job, boys. Anyhow, we're really losing face getting help from a killer like this, but Tartarus' system is a standalone one, built that way in order to prevent interference from external forces. So normally, nobody else would have access to this data in any form. As for the data itself, it concerns the cause of their system shutdown, the same radio waves that Shigaraki made extensive use of in the main battle. In this case, the prison was hit with those blasts over and over from both inside and out. And then Cat Cop, because All for One must have synchronized with his vestige residing within Tomura Shigaraki, right? Well, Sansa, yes, the piece of his consciousness inside his quirk works as a conduit for sharing thoughts. I've experienced the same phenomenon with One for All. Yeah, All Might over here like, oh yeah, I can speak to ghosts and users as well. It's just a thing we do. It's a thing. Don't question it. The problem is that it isn't a two-way channel. The vestige of me within One for All seems to have access to my thoughts, but I never experienced any sort of syncing with the vestige's thoughts. All Might and Aura Might. Except recently when I touched the boy, or rather, when I was close enough to touch him. Whatever my vestige was thinking and feeling sort of flowed into me. It's not words exactly, more like feelings flowing from you. Even if we suppose that All for One can sync to a greater degree than One for All, do we really believe that his real body, locked up 500 meters below sea level, could receive such specific thoughts from the vestige in Shigaraki? Stranger things, right? Kind of like a twin connection? That could very well be, but in this case, they use those radio waves to communicate. Okay, but I want more of the communication between Shigaraki and Deku, between All for One and One for All. Like, I want that, like, psycho force connection, like, going on between our hero and our villain. I want to see that, more of that. I'm into that. These radio waves can be used as signals to give the Nomu very specific commands. We should assume that a man in possession of that same quirk could receive and interpret those waves. Oh my gosh, the problem with ramping up to the final battle is that there is just so much information. There is so much information that you need to process. And the waveform data on that storage media resembles a conversation. Then it's already been decoded. What were they saying? Make him complete in 38 days. Cat's like, oh. Also my mood. But based on the research from Central Hospital, I thought we had 2 months, no? He could have rigged the results we were bound to get as a bluff. Only he and his vestige could interpret the correspondence at the time, so if we assume they discussed the true schedule, then Tomura Shigaraki will be a complete vessel in 3 days' time. Oh, shoot. Wait, wasn't that like a month ago? Hold the front door. A direct request from All Might, yes, but this sort of dispatch can't happen in a day. Even in the best of times, an international deployment effort takes a staggering amount of procedure and paperwork. I know, Kim, I feel bad. I'm probably kind of monotone, like zooming through it, but I'm just like, like it kind of, and these things tend to re-explain themselves later. So it's like, it's fine. This is fine. The strength of our heroes is directly tied to domestic power. When they go abroad, a nation is less able to deter attacks and the balance crumbles. Any large-scale deployment tends to encourage the major crime syndicates to stir up trouble. But this time is worse than ever. Countries all over the world are in turmoil, almost as if those syndicates are working together. According to Interpol, the man known as All for One has underworld connections in a number of countries. Whoa boy. Even so, we cannot disregard his earnest plea from Endeavor Hawks and most notably All Might. My nation's hero, Salam, is quickly losing patience. He has taken to muttering, I will flatten that All for One. The same goes for our hero, Big Red Dot. Just Big Red Dot. He questions why aiding a friend must involve so much red tape. On that note, ours already left. She couldn't sit around any longer. She skipped out on everything and just flew off. Oh my god, am I going to love her? Who is she? Am I going to love her? What country is she from? Hey, no skin off our back, Star. This mission's guaranteed to get the green light anyway sooner or later. Besides, the request came from All Might himself. United States of America's #1 hero, Star and Stripe. My master's in a pickle. Why would I think twice? Did he teach her when he was in America? I love her. I want to see her in color. Oh my god. I'm obsessed. And American heroes, especially when they're portrayed by an international media, tend to go one of two ways. They either tend to be like, fuck the rules, here we go, or they're like, I'm government controlled. So I really appreciate that she's like a YOLO kind of American hero, going off that cowboy vibe. I'm here for that. Oh my god, look at her. She's so cool. She kind of looks like a femme All Might, not gonna lie, with the hair and everything. Oh my god, I love this for her. In number 329, in the nick of time, a big time maverick from the West. If she ends up being a letdown of a character, she does. She literally looks like female All Might. Maybe that's why I love her so much. If this ends up being another one of those, you set me up for a really cool female character and then you let me down, badass sniper assassin who exploded, I'm going to be real mad because I'm all about this chick. I'm like, oh, I'm immediately yes. She's so buff. I'm a little in love. A crucial moment is nigh. Okay. All for one. Just being an angsty throne boy. The escaped convicts and their antics have provided the perfect distraction for keeping the short-staffed police and heroes from devoting their full attention to us. We have played a game of hide and seek on this small island nation, and we have won. I do love, backing up a little bit, that it shows that the other heroes are all eager to come and help. They're not like, fuck this, I don't know. It's definitely their heroes, and just the international respect for All Might, and how he is a global #1 hero. I think that that's super, super cool. Oh, watching her fight side by side with Deku, because All Might can't be there. I want that so bad. Just All Might's two little proteges. Ugh. We could have also won by just leaving the country. You misread my intent. Winning this little match was the short-term objective, and obtaining one for all is the mid-game goal, not the final one. I've planned ahead for a long life, and within those plans, this very moment presents me with both the greatest obstacle and the ultimate opportunity. Yes, I knew it. We're going global. He wants one for all so we can take over the world. I have heaps of friends all around the globe. All Might may have eradicated organized crime here in Japan, but other nations are a different story. I knew it. We've been asking these questions since day one. Horikoshi, he was thinking about it. He was getting there. Once those friends of mine start stirring up trouble, each country will have to weigh its own priorities against the needs of others. Okay, so what's this obstacle and the opportunity? Star and Stripe, the strongest woman around, and the hero who reigns supreme in the land of the free, the home of heroes. She shrugged off cheap tricks and pretty tactics. So this is a gamble. She will prove far more than a mere nuisance. But should I manage to steal her quirk, the rest of this war will be just a formality. If he takes her, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad if he takes her quirk. Give me this. She's so no. Give me this. You have ruined every other female character you've tried to write for me. Give me her. Unlike young Toya and the others, you've devoted yourself to guarding me. But it's nearly time for you to take action as well, Iguchi. In the days to come, you, Spinner, will support Tomura Shigaraki in his crusade and do justice to your name, the one who spins a tale. You were a veritable nobody, and as a heteromorph, you have led a difficult life. Again, appreciate us acknowledging that there is discrimination in Hero Society and things that needed to be fixed. Maybe not with genocide, but you hear the rumblings already, don't you? So many out there sympathize with your cause from the shadows. Yeah, paranormal liberation, Spinner, our voice. Redestro is inherently beholden to the old way of things. But behold, the cinders of liberation yearn to burn bright. Oof. We of the Vanguard Support Action Regiment were assigned to fight under Spinner, given who we are. The great skeptic outlasted his peers and now tell us that liberation is at hand. We are to eliminate what resistance remains and realize this revolution. Yes, muster the warriors in the way that's simplest for you lot. The League may rub me the wrong way, but their influence certainly has uses. The tragedy of Himiko Toga plays out to this day. Redestro himself saw the light and hope they represent. Oh my god, yes, the light and hope that all of these villains represent. I just want to, it's like, just gives a bad female character that actually remains badass. I know, just let us have her. Just let us have this. You took Midnight from us. Let us have her. It makes no difference whether or not the League of Villains are true liberators, destined to accept this mission and burden. Yes, it does. It really matters. Hold them sacred. We shall endow them with divinity. Please don't. Once Tomura Shigaraki has destroyed all, we shall sow the seeds of the future. Evil. And now we're back to the heroes. Now we're back to Hawks. She'll be entering our airspace soon. After meeting up, let's start planning right away. Stars and stripe. Star and stripe. Oh! It's seriously reassuring to have Star on our side. But are they going to throw the book at her, after all this? And Best Genius goes, her nature may prove our salvation. For quite some time now, I've wanted to chat with her about that treasured vintage denim from the gold rush. Tsukoichi here. Endeavor Hawks, are you listening? A report came in just now. Along her flight path, 50 kilometers ahead of the landing point, is him. He's shown himself. Oh no. Oh no. If he takes her out right now, in the beginning, like if she shows up for 0.2 seconds and he just rolls up to take her quirk. I'm scared to keep reading. I'm not about this. I don't like this. Okay, let's get this over with. Because if I know if Horikoshi's writing style continues, what would happen is she shows up, they get her quirk, and it just goes into powering them to make them a bigger bad for Deku, which I get, because Deku is the main character, but this is the only cool female that you are leaving us with that's still empowered. Okay. Such a warm welcome before I've even arrived. You're that free to do as you please, mister? You're that free to do as you please, mister? And Shigaraki's glaring at her. She says, are you the villain they call All for One? God, she looks so cool. I don't want to lose her. Good question. What exactly am I? Shigaraki looks really cool too. Okay. That's the end. We are caught up. I just want her. I want her. And even if she doesn't win, I know you're not going to take out Shigaraki right now, but I'm hoping that she goes up against Shigaraki, realizes he's stronger than she thought, and then Hawks and Best Genius and Endeavor can at least step in to keep her from getting her quirk stolen, and then she can rejoin the pros who are still running around and working and help with that. And still be around to help with her quirk being a badass and join just that little pro hero squad. And she can inspire the other heroes from other nations to come and join, even if their governments don't approve. That's what I'm hoping for. That's the ideal. Okay. Well, now I have some trepidation for the next few chapters to see if this immediate character gets immediately nuked or not. We will find out. But thank you all for joining me for today. These chill Sunday streams really are some of my favorite. Just like being able to sit here and vibe makes me so happy. It's such a reassurance. Um, but I'm still streaming on Twitch during the week. I'm getting back to those regular streams. We're playing a lot of Genshin Impact. Make sure you're in my Discord. We can chat in there. And I will see you all next time for another chill little manga catch up. But you all take care. Thank you. Here's Rising Moment where Deku and Bakugo had to be helped from 9 at first and later kicked his butt. Yes, exactly. That's what we want. So fingers crossed that we actually get to appreciate this beautiful femme All Might for what she is. Okay, I love you all. Bye.